Alright, in this video we are going to create a love monster. So a monster that incorporates or is made out of hearts. So I could start by making a great big heart. I'm thinking about filling up most or a lot of my paper, the space that I have. And then thinking, what might a monster's eyes look like, right? What other features could I add to the monster? So I'm gonna give him one great big eye, an eyelid. That will be the pupil, the dark part inside, and this will be a little reflection. More details we add to the eyes. Sometimes the better they look. Over here you could have a smaller eye. I had made this side of the heart a little bit smaller by accident. And I'll make it the same style, just a little bit smaller. I could give it a nose if I wanted to. So just a little line to reference a nose. And then thinking about, do you want baby teeth for your monster? Do you want him to look happy, sad, maybe surprised with a great big open mouth? And I'm going to give mine a great big mouth where I have room for lots of triangle teeth to be sticking up and out. If I wanted to, that would be fine the way it is, whatever mouth you come up with. I could draw another line to kind of show that the mouth is open a little bit. I would leave the teeth white and fill in this little space behind it. Oops. So I'm going to start in pencil but outline with either a black marker or a dark crayon, whichever you have available. I could give my love monster eyelashes. You could give it an eyebrow instead, right? Since I did lashes on the one side, I'll do some lashes over here as well. You could give your monster some hair, or maybe a silly little tuft of a mohawk up in the middle. It could have ears. Any kind of ears you want. Doesn't have to have ears, right? You're creating your own monster. Maybe you want yours to have horns. I'm going to make like a big arch and a big arch over on the other side, so like a rainbow shape. And then I'm going to start wide and get thinner, 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 thinner until it comes to a point. This one's going to be covered up a little bit by the ear, wide, skinnier, 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 until it gets to the point. Now, maybe wings on your monster, some feet, a tail could be sticking out. That's going to be my monster's tail. I'm going to give its tail some stripes. And any kind of feet you want. I'm going to have mine have some pretty skinny little legs. Whoop. And I started in pencil, and that's good because this leg's going to cover up the tail, and I can just erase where they overlap so that I can see the leg comes in front of the tail. Adding some feet. I'm going to give my monster some toes. Really, anything you can think of for your monster. I'm going to give it a hand, well, an arm with a hand. I'm going to give it a hand that could be holding something. So maybe it's going to be holding a book or a card. I can make it a Valentine's card by putting a heart on the front. So my monster is holding a Valentine. And I think this is starting to look pretty good. Now I have an arm over here, so obviously I need to make an arm over here. Again, it's kind of overlapping my tail. So I can erase the lines that are inside the arm I drew. All right, so the next steps would just be to outline it and then color it in. So I just want to give you a few different ways that you could make eyes. So of course you can make them like I did right on there. You could make eyes that are more of an oval. Just leave a little white part on the inside and fill it in. That would be a fine eye. You can make an eye that's a big circle with a smaller circle and a smaller circle and still a reflection. The inside part will be the black part. Then the next part would be colored. So using markers or crayons, you can give your monster eyes that have color, right? So then a green part. And then you could still give it a little eyelid if you wanted to. You could decorate that eyelid. I mentioned you could do eyebrows for your monster. So usually just kind of a thick line because we're really making more of a cartoon monster. You could have a zigzag eyebrow. That would be fine, right? Like that one. And you could have one great big eye. You could have 3 eyes. And of course you can even just do eyes that are just a filled in shape. You could do eyes that are an arch with a straight line on the bottom, and then they have another arch on the inside, and then again that little reflective part, and then filling that in. So there's so many more ways, right? You can come up with your own way to make a monster eye, of course, or eyes. Maybe your monster's gonna have 5 eyes. Ooh. All right, and then also the teeth. So I could just draw a line, and that could be a fine mouth. Maybe your monster's not going to have any teeth. It would be fine just however you make that line. I could give it one little baby tooth. That looks like a baby monster. I could give it a smile with the vampire teeth sticking down from the bottom. Curve again in behind that and fill it in to make it look with like a smile with those teeth sticking out from the top. You saw the way I did it on the original one with the line, but the triangles came up from the bottom, right? That has a totally different look than this one. So all those little choices and decisions that you make will affect how your monster looks, and it will make it look different, right? And unique from mine and from everyone else's. And of course you can just have a great big smile. You could have a I think I'm running. There we go. A sad monster with a little twofer. And anything else you can think of. Maybe your monster has uneven rectangular teeth. Some are big, some are small, some are tall, right? So lots of different ways. I just wanted to share a few extra ideas of what you could use to decorate your love heart monster.